Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Wednesday, March the 11th. The year's 2026. Let's talk trading. Method does not matter. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, no matter what method you're using, make sure you have your risk management in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose while you are trading. Now, method does not matter. Now, that has to sound kind of strange coming from somebody that's probably put maybe a dozen methods out there for people to trade. But I want you to listen to this. Method does not matter. What matters is whether or not you follow the method, whether or not you execute the method. That's what matters. Because once again, no matter at what price you enter, the reason doesn't enter because somebody else might be entering in the same direction for a completely different reason. They might be entering in the opposite direction for a different reason. So the method that you choose to enter really doesn't matter. Yes, some have better edges than others, but the thing is, what's going to make the difference is one is how well you execute it, but two, basically how lucky you are. Does the market smile upon you? Let me tell you something, traders. This month, the market has smiled upon me just about every day. Um, it's gotten me out of jams. Um, I've gotten into trades and they just seem to be working out. About the only thing I've done different is I've adopted wall malls piling on, meaning adding in, averaging in. Um, and yeah, you'll have a bunch of separate trades, but it's really all part of one trade package. Do we call an individual trade a deal or is the whole thing a deal? But you've got many entries, but you're really in for the same trade. That happened to me a couple times a day. And just to let you know, we've been messing around with some EAs. I took a couple of my methods and I gave them to a couple of different AIs. I said, code this up, code that up. And the funny thing is, they seem to be profitable. Um, and they seem to be profitable standalone. But one thing, automation does not mean unattended. You don't really want to leave things running um, unattended because, something really bad could happen or something could go wrong and you might need to bring the machine back up or whatever. Point being is that the method itself does not matter. Um, and I know that might be kind of hard to grasp. Let's see. Let's start off here. Uh, And once again, see, everyone is luck because you don't control the outcome. And that's a big part of it. You really don't control the outcome. Any of you have listened to that Mark Douglas Mind Over Matters video or seminar tape, you'll know what he says. You don't know, but statistically, something's in your favor. So you take every trade. And one of the things messing around with the EAs is there's a tendency to want to quote unquote fix it, not as in it's broken, as in we want to make it so it only takes winning trades. Once again, you can't do that because the market is going to do what the market's going to do. You can't force the market to give you a winning trade. And the thing is, if you leave it alone, it'll usually work itself out. And when Walmart comes back on, I'm gonna have him tell you the story about what happened to him last night. It's pretty funny, but it just proves the point. So let's see. For the month, we're up 8 pips, slightly green. We've been bouncing off and playing with that monthly open today. And right around 16, I believe, is yesterday's close. And we've been messing around that area. As you can see, we're in the upper wick zone on the week, and all the gaps have filled. Now, notice, remember, we had a gap down this week it filled, and we had a gap down last week and it filled. And I was saying, one of these are one of those times when I just kick myself because it's like, it's got to fill, right? But based on statistics, yes, but it could take forever to fill. But I just had that hunch. I might have even mentioned it in the video on Monday. Oh, yesterday I just had to take the day off. I was just bone tired. Now, probably due to the time change, have to recover. Okay, so we ventured into the yearly open territory. It looks like we bounced off of that and headed back down. Um, we are in the opening range here for the month. You can see here we're right near that monthly open again. And looks like I need to adjust the scale on this. I'll show you guys how to do this. You come down to properties. I have the grid turned off. You put a color out there. You have that little mark, and you can move it to the left. But you see, when you have the grid on, you get this line all the way across. So I go back down to properties, and I can turn that grid off again, and that line goes away because I've got my own close line right here showing where price is. And let's see, so the opening range for the week, we are still within that. We popped out popped out the top twice, once yesterday and once today, or at least on the daily candle, it shows popping out. Maybe we actually did it more than once. So once again, 46 pips below that yearly open. 159 off of 158 off of the low for the year and the month, and 128 for the week, and 18 off of the daily low. It's been an interesting day. 5 days ago, we had an inside bar. You can see we popped in and now we jumped back out of that range. And 2 weeks ago, we had an outside bar and we popped in that range and dropped back out. And then you can see we had an inside bar 1 month ago and we popped in that range and jumped back out. So just a handful of inside bar trades out there today. But if you trade that method, once again, that's it. And the thing about methods, you got to be careful how many different methods you employ. And I may have mentioned this earlier. If you give me a chart, I can find reasons to go short. I can find reasons to go long. So the thing is, what you have to do is you have to pick what you're doing and then stick with it. So if you've got a method and it says go long, then you go long. If you've got another method, it says go short. Well, if you're trading that other method, then you go short. But you got to be careful if you have too many methods. Otherwise, you'll tie yourself in knots, and you might have a mess on your hands. And I was kind of proving that point this morning when I broke out the old smart ranges indicator, and I was trading. If price got away from the indicator 2/EMA5 by, into the 80 percentile, I would just trade back towards the MA, and I was picking up a couple pips. And it's like Walmart was saying, you gotta decide if you're playing the short game or the long game. Meaning, are you going for 1 and 2 pip trades, or are you trying to hit those 10 pip trades, stay in the trade longer? Because I kicked myself so many times. I'll get in a trade, goes against me, I average in, and I get out with maybe a couple pip profit. And had I waited, I could have had 10 or more pips. And he always likes to say, those weren't your shrimp. So that's just how that goes. You can see here we've been crisscrossing that daily open, which yesterday's close was right around the same level. You can see right here it was actually at 16.5. So there's a slight gap down, but nothing to write home about. But you can see here these crosses. Sometimes, see, this is a perfect example. If you would have taken this short at the line, some nice pips. You take this short, it runs against you. You take it short again, it goes your way. And that's just how trading is. So if this is the method you're trading, you got to take those trades. So if you took this trade short and it bounced, all of a sudden, it comes back here. You could either stop out or hedge, double in martingale and get out of everything when it's profitable. But that's all part of your money management, your trade management. As far as your risk management, you just don't let it go too far against you and take away your money, because the market will take away your money. You give it the opportunity. But it can be as simple as candle color at the line, something I've been saying for decades now, or at least over a decade. But then it just comes to risk and money management. You can see here we're in the green rat zone. And you can see price has been oscillating between the two zones. Nice little trading there if you catch it. But yeah, so we got all these different methods, but you pick one, you master it, maybe you pick another, and you have to decide once again, is it a long haul trade or is it just a short trade? You can see here, pivot trading plan, very simple. You just pop this indicator on, it tells you what to do. So price near R1, short, you see you got near R1, price at the pivot, trading with the candle color, especially if you use H4, you can see here how profitable that could be. You just, right there, just short at that 37. See, right now you'd be up over 29 pips, possibly. Once again, we took out today's pivot. You see yesterday's pivot, we missed it. So we got a missed pivot sitting up there. We've got one from February still sitting out there. So we might take out these pivots this week. As far as the week, we took that pivot out. We still got according to this, we didn't get last week's pivot. Guess it didn't get high enough. We got the 83s, and it's 97. And for the month, we still haven't taken out the monthly pivot this month. In and out of the wick zone, I was shorting this level, and I was shorting this level. Just taking those wick zone shorts. Let's see. We just had a high one open, lowest open right there. And I was long down in this area a couple times today. Simple price action trading here. And once again, candle color at the line. In fact, I think I got this trade right here when I was doing that, testing that moving average. So here on the, if it gets 3 or more away, that number goes up to 3 or down to 3. Then I was just shorting. So you can see here, it looks like it got up to 3, and then, just short, and then boom, take a couple of pips, especially if you're going against the candle color. Just a simple candle color at the line type of trading here. So fellow traders, you really have to understand that the method does not matter. What matters is if you follow the method. It doesn't matter which method you pick. You could literally flip a coin. And you just have your risk management in place, your money management. You take profit when you can. You don't look back. Once you're out of the trade, reset yourself. Get ready for the next trade. And one of the things I've been doing to reset myself, because so many times I look at the 1 minute, I see a reason to enter. It's like, nope, I go to the 5 minute, and then it's like, nope, I'm not going to enter long on that red 5 minute candle. That doesn't make sense. That's not good. So, and that just goes to show, traders, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.